been acting up. Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, it's officially 11 a.m. Central Time. So, good morning. Hello. Welcome. We are the first panel of today. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rubab from Fake Star, and I'd like our lovely guest to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Elle, otherwise known as Mint Kismet. I'm an American living in Osaka, Japan. I've been a Lolita for 15 years, and I am also an official model for the Lolita brand Royal Princess Alice, as well as a regular model for the new Lolita magazine, Lapin Labyrinth.
Thank you.
Which I meant to bring over my copy, but it's over there. Oh well.
You can grab it if you want.
I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Okay. So we're really excited to have a Q&A with Elle. This is our first Q&A we're doing with her, and so we hope you guys are really excited. And I do have a few questions prepared, but later on in the panel, if we have time, we'd love to take questions from the audience. So yeah, great. Oh, that's so pretty. So you had a feature in that magazine quite recently, right?
That's right. So this is the first issue. This is the spring 2021 issue, and it's like there was a whole thing for Royal Princess Alice's 7th anniversary, and so I'm
Cute.
in there. There's like a short little interview that's really kind of dumb. Yeah, and the new issue will be, I think the pre-orders will be really soon. We're doing a photo shoot next month for the Kansai area Royal Princess Alice models for the next issue. So I will also be in volume 2.
Oh, that's really exciting. Yeah. I believe the magazine is available for overseas orders as well, so I'm sure people can grab that if they're interested. So, what are you wearing today? Can we see your outfit?
So I'm wearing a new dress that I just got this week. It's Angelic Pretty's newest print called Cherry Stamp, and I'm sitting, but wearing a meta head bow and a bunch of Angelic Pretty accessories. These are from Daiso.
Daiso? Oh my god, I love Daiso.
I love how this says oops, but and these little cherry clips, I actually got them on my very first paid modeling job for Tommy Fell in Love with Sweets. She makes like fake sweets accessories. And I have an apron.
Oh.
So here's the print. It's really cute.
I love the details. And you're gonna post snaps of your outfit later on.
I will, but I have to like wear it again because it's dark.
Yes, no worries.
So
yeah, thank you for sharing your outfit. You look amazing.
Thank you.
So, since you mentioned you got your accessories from your first paid modeling gig, my next question was, how did you get your start modeling officially?
So that gig I actually got through social media. She contacted me through Twitter. So actually a lot of the gigs that I do, I get contacted through Instagram or through Twitter. They find me through the hashtags there or just from other people reposting my stuff. And that, for the most part, I just do freelance work, and it's all just like word of mouth, Instagram, Twitter, as well as meeting designers at events and stuff. And I first got started modeling for Royal Princess Alice in kind of a similar way. The designer for Royal Princess Alice, Aito-san, she was the manager for Kara Shop Osaka. And I used to just go visit there every time I went to the area, which was like once a week, and just chat with her because she was really sweet. And we kind of built up a repertoire and everything. And eventually I get a message from her on Twitter and she's like, hey, I want to talk to you about modeling for Royal Princess Alice. Can you come to the studio? So really just kind of making my face known, whether through social media or in person at events, is really how
So
I kind of book
networking.
jobs. Yeah, I mean, that's huge,
Mhm.
especially when you're kind of more into the alternative scene.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think there was like a specific hashtag you use that, contributed to your success in case anyone's wondering
Mm.
what to use on their social media?
I get a lot of messages from like hairstylists and such by using like gaikokujin model and like Kansai model. So like foreigner model and Kansai, which is the area I live in,
Mhm.
model, and also freelance model. So freelance model. And actually, my agency also first contacted me on Instagram through the freelance model tag.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So you
those are.
didn't start modeling officially until you moved to Japan, correct?
I did like time for print stuff in America,
Mhm.
and I also did like convention fashion shows and stuff.
Which is how
Um,
we met originally
yes,
a long time ago.
yes. So, which it gave me a lot of experience, which was really good. And actually, uh, the fashion show that I did with you, the Coco Can fashion show, like Kimura Yu was Royal Princess Alice's face for a while, and
Mhm.
she told Aito-san, she's like, "Oh yeah, I met Eddie-san like when she modeled for me in America," and so I think that was like a big boost for me um, in getting in with Royal Princess Alice.
Well, that's really great. Yeah. So since you've been modeling in Japan, what was one of your biggest challenges, modeling in Japan? And then on the contrary, was there something that, made it easier for you?
Uh, the biggest challenges are actually my body mods.
Body mod.
um, Tattoos are really, really frowned upon in Japan,
Mm.
and like I was actually kicked from an agency because of my tattoos. I was scouted and like signed and everything, and I went to a walking lesson with them. And after the walking lesson, the um, like head guy messages me. He's like, "We noticed something at the walking lesson,"
Oh
and he was
no.
like, "Tattoos are like super bad for models," and I was like, "There are plenty of models with tattoos, and it's
Yeah.
not like mine are big." So
Mm.
it was like a huge blow to my self-esteem. And then like I had another shoot where the it was for accessories and the designer was like really upset that I had multiple piercings in my ears. So
Your ears.
yeah, it was yeah, like you can kind of I keep losing track of what side is what. Like I have a decent amount, but
Yeah, that's a lot.
and I'm just like but in instances like that where like they know I'm a Lolita, I'm like Lolita is an alternative fashion in Japan. So it's kind of weird to me that designers wouldn't realize that I might have like
Mm.
other things that are alternative.
Mhm.
But for the most part, after that, like those happened right at the beginning of my career and they like really destroyed my self-confidence a lot.
Oh no.
Um, but since then I've been able to do a lot of work where even they're like, "Oh, your tattoo is so cute. Like, can we showcase it in the photo shoot?" and things like that. And so it's been like a really mixed bag, but I now know that I need to be cautious of it and maybe tell them beforehand, be like, "Hey, do you really want to hire me? I have these tattoos."
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
And as far as like things making it easier, to be honest, just being white, um, people joke that if you're a thin white girl in Japan, like you'll get scouted all the time. And I would say that's definitely true in Tokyo. Like anytime I'm in Harajuku, like I get scouted.
Mhm.
But maybe not so much in Osaka, but it's definitely like it's a novelty. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely foreigners do stick out quite a bit. So it does make you stick out
Mhm.
in comparison to other people walking down the
Mhm.
street, I'm sure. So, since you've been in Japan for a long time, do you think that speaking Japanese helped you pursue modeling, or would you say it's not necessary to speak Japanese?
It's been really helpful for me just because, like I said, I get a lot of my gigs through networking. And so being able to talk to the designers, like I'll go to events and stuff and just kind of schmooze, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
Um, and that's been really, really important for me. And also, like my Twitter that I get a lot of jobs through, I basically tweet almost exclusively in Japanese.
Oh,
Um,
really? Hmm.
My Instagram is all in English, but my Twitter is almost all in Japanese since uh, it's the most popular social media in Japan.
Hmm.
So I really think that having that ability uh, has been a huge help. It's not necessary per se, especially if you're working with an agency. They'll do everything that they need to make sure like everybody understands each other.
Hmm.
Um, but working freelance, it's a necessity, I would say. If you're with an agency, not so much.
Right, because they're the one communicating with potential
Hmm.
jobs for
Hmm.
you. So that kind of relates to my next question is, do you have any advice for models who are just starting out, especially people who want to model more in the Lolita fashion scene?
I would say get as much experience as you can doing like free work. Um, so the term we use is TFP, time for print. So like that's donating your time for the photographer to give you print or digital in this day and age. Um, so you're both helping each other build up your portfolios. And that's really important to do first because you need photos to be like, I can model. So you have to do free stuff first. I also really recommend modeling for like the convention fashion shows, including the ones that accept anybody. Um, my very first fashion show that I did was, gosh, over a decade ago, at this like Japanese culture event thing. And it was just anybody who wanted to join. And that was my very first time on stage. And I was like, oh, I kind of like this. And I think that having that experience then helps you get like the more competitive jobs. So, like modeling for brands at conventions. And
Mhm.
then that looks really good on your, not resume, but like in your portfolio to say, hey, I modeled for this brand. You know, it was free, but, I modeled for this brand.
Right. And then you have pictures to show that you've done it. So
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
already incorporate it in your portfolio, right?
Hmm.
So that's really great advice. So we have about 15 minutes left in the Q&A. And so if you guys have questions for Elle, please put them in the chat. We already have one question, which I can read to you. So this relates earlier to you talked about your tattoos. So the question was, if they have a big problem with the tattoos, can't they edit them out in the photos afterward? Which I think is commonly done in the West, right?
Yeah. So that, actually, when like the CEO said this to me, I was like, they're small. They're like really easy to cover with makeup or edit out. And he was like, no, no, no. They're zen zen dama. You can't do it at all. And I was just like really shocked
Hmm.
because you're right. Like it is so common in the West, but I think it's just like such a negative connotation in Japan because tattoos are associated with the Yakuza.
Hmm.
And so a lot of people just have like a really, really negative mindset about it, and they think that. So I think in this case, the agency was afraid it would reflect badly on them
Mhm.
to have a model with tattoos.
Mhm.
And like I was the first foreign model they had ever worked with, so I think that was a large part of it.
So they probably didn't think about it in advance either.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, "Oh, this is a thing."
Yeah. I mean, they should have known as well being an agency. So
Mhm. And
so
like
mhm.
even when I was scouted, um so one of my tattoos is on the back of my neck, and when I was scouted, I had my hair up. So
Mhm.
it was completely visible. And like that's my biggest tattoo. So I was like,
They
"Did
didn't.
you not see this
Yeah,
when you came up behind me?" Like
maybe they thought it was temporary.
I don't know.
So the next question from Okashikon. Hi. What is something you warn new users from never doing when trying to get into the industry?
Having an annoying personality. I don't know. Like, okay, so there have been people where like people in the industry will call their personality multi-nai, which is like um how do you even translate that?
A
Yeah,
waste,
like
wasteful.
yeah, it's like a waste. So meaning that their face is really nice, but uh they're too difficult to work with.
Um,
Um, they don't wanna work with somebody with a personality like that. So in Japan, they kind of prefer more subdued personalities, I would say. Um, like, in America, I'm considered really shy and quiet, and I'm, like, a total introvert, and that's always been worrisome for me in the industry because, like, in the West, you really have to be outgoing and assertive. Um, but in Japan, you don't want to be so assertive.
mhm.
Like, they really want you to be more meek, I would say. And so I found that people actually like that aspect of my personality here as opposed to in the West.
Mhm.
And that like really assertive people are kind of intimidating
Mm,
to like designers and photographers, and they don't really want to work with those kind of people because they're afraid that they'll overtake
mhm.
their vision, you could say. So that's kind of what I would say. Like, don't be like really pushy about your vision if you're on a photo shoot or in a fashion show. Like, you're just there to be a clothes hanger, basically. You're there to be a mannequin. So
Yeah.
you really want to follow what they want.
Mhm.
It's totally okay to put your own personality. In fact, you should put your own personality into your photos, but at the same time, they've got an idea in their head, and you should kind of go for that,
Mhm.
I
Like help
think.
them and create their vision.
Exactly, exactly. And it's okay to ask them what that vision is too.
Mhm.
Like, oh, are you looking for like something more cute or more sexy? Like, what kind of image do you want me to do? And then they'll tell you. And like some of the best jobs I've had, they'll literally like print out a sheet for me of here's some examples of what we like. And that
Oh.
was really, yeah, it was really, really helpful.
Mhm. Like be this girl and then you actually do
Mhm.
that.
Mhm,
That's really
mhm.
cool. Yeah. That's really good. That's really good advice. So we have another question. What has been one of your favorite experiences modeling in Japan and Lolita?
Oh, so when was it? March, I got the opportunity to model with both Midori and Misako. So I've been modeling with Midori pretty frequently for the past year and a half or so.
Mhm.
Um, and so we've become friends and everything. But for the first time, I got to model with Misako as well. And so it was like huge modeling with like the legendary duo. It was really, really intimidating.
Icons.
But um I was like so nervous. When we were getting ready, I like went upstairs to use the hair dryer on my bangs, and Aito-san's like, "Are you nervous?" I was like, and of course we go downstairs, and she's like, "Elle-san is nervous." I was like, "Thank you for telling them that."
Thank you for exposing me.
But they're like, "Oh, you have to be nervous. Like, you've met me before." I'm like, "Yeah, the first time I met you, like, my hand was shaking so bad I couldn't drink my tea."
Oh my gosh. So that's so exciting. It's like it feels like a total full circle moment, right? That's
I was
really
like,
awesome.
I can't believe it. Like the OG model.
Yeah. Are those pictures out now, or did you post them to your social media?
So it was just the tea party.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't print modeling, but we did like a fashion show and events and stuff. So I did post them to my Twitter, and there will also be an event report in the next issue of Lapin Labyrinth. So,
Yeah.
and
So.
actually, the next cover will be Mino Misa. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So people watching, feel free to check that out. You can go through the Twitter and find the pictures. That's really amazing. Wow. Oh, oh yes. So what are your socials so everyone knows?
It's Mint Kismet. So MintKismet. And that's both on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah. So and the links should be on Arisu's social media as well. But we'll go ahead and make some retweets on our account as well, on the Fake Star account. So yeah, please follow Elle and check out
Thank
all
you.
her exciting projects coming up in Japan. Yeah. Do we have any? We have time for maybe a couple more questions from the audience. If you guys have any, go ahead and put them in the chat. Yeah. It's exciting.
And on the note of social media, so Instagram is currently doing a pilot program that's similar to like Twitch streaming that I am taking part of. It's called Badges. And if you go live, your viewers can purchase badges to support you. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll be going live again on Monday with my friend Laura. She lives in Tokyo. She's also Lolita. And we will be talking about beauty and like cosmetics and skincare and stuff. So you don't have to give me money, but I would love for you to watch the live stream.
Yeah, that's gonna be on Monday your time. So for us, that's Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be Sunday evening because she has a baby, so probably it'll be around 11 a.m. our time.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I believe that's around 6-ish in the evening. Don't quote me on that. Depends on your time zone. But that's really exciting. A pilot program for Instagram. I didn't even know they were
Yeah.
doing live streaming.
Yeah, it's just like the Instagram live feature, but now they've added the badges thing. So
exciting.
yeah.
Yeah. So check out Elle's social media, Instagram, Mint Kismet. Follow her now so you get the notification when she goes live. Yeah. It's really awesome. Well, do you have any upcoming projects you can tell us about? Besides, we already talked about the magazine that's coming out. That's coming out next
Right.
month, you said?
I think the pre-orders will start pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure. I will definitely retweet when they post that. But let's see, is there Twitter on here? I don't see it. But it will be a fall edition, so I think it actually gets released in maybe September. But they will do pre-orders in advance. Awesome. And I actually also run a shopping service, Mint Kismet Shopping. You can find me on Facebook, and I do offer a discounted rate on my commission fee for Lapin Labyrinth. So
awesome.
$23, not including shipping.
It's so hard to get Lolita fashion magazines these days. Like I know a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
especially in Texas, a lot of people going to Kinokuniya and like you can't find
Mm-hmm.
around anymore. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really exciting that there's still a print magazine out there.
Yeah, like Kara stopped and Gothic and Lolita Bible stopped,
Mhm.
and like Tool technically still exists, but they haven't been doing print. So like I'm really happy that they're doing this, and it's like a nice small size so you can fit it in your bag
Mhm.
and like take it with you. But every like all pages are in color, so it's actually like really nice. And they are also currently looking for uh, like reader snaps, and that's on their Twitter page as well. I know that I have retweeted that,
Oh,
and
that's
I posted
exciting.
an
Oh, great.
English translation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, people
yeah,
are.
so you guys can be in it.
Mhm. Awesome. Okay, so we'll take one last question before we wrap up. So you've already worked with such great people. Do you have a dream collaboration?
Hmm, dream. Okay, it's really dumb.
Is that?
um, okay, so I got into Lolita fashion through Visual K, right? And
Mm,
um, my favorite band, they disbanded 2 years ago now, but their vocalist, he's technically still in the band. Um, he's done some modeling for like punk brands and stuff, and like they actually did a collaboration with Royal Princess Alice back in 2015, I think.
mhm,
Oh, my headphones are now dying. Um, but so Miku from On Cafe, he's been in Kara as well, and
mhm.
Gothic Lolita Bible and stuff. And that would be my ultimate dream, would be to model with him.
Oh,
So he's not really doing much these days, but
yeah. Well, that's
yeah,
really
I'm a wee bit obsessed. So
mm, that's okay.
the said tattoo on my neck is their mascot.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That
And
is,
like every time I went to lives, he'd be like, "Oh, how's the modeling going?" So
oh, that's
he's
so
yeah.
sweet. So that'll be like another full circle.
I know. I like that's my dream. And I'm slowly collecting like the collaboration items they did,
Oh, nice.
because it's like two aspects of my life combined.
Oh,
But
that's
they're
awesome.
really rare. So
Yeah.
that's my dream dress, is their Lolita dress that they did.
Oh, that's nice. I hope your dream is realized. That's really awesome. Anything's possible, right? Anything's possible.
I hope so.
Right.
It helps that Aito-san is a former vocalist for a band, so
Mhm. Awesome.
she has connections.
Yeah. You never know. All right. Awesome. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up because there's another panel starting soon. But thank you so much, Elle, for joining us. Do you have any last messages for our viewers?
Thank you guys for watching. I was really worried. This is my first time doing a live panel, but I think it went really well. So thank you all for your questions and for um, putting up with me. um, I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming panels. I know there's some really great ones coming up. So stay tuned for those for sure. Definitely follow me on social media. Again, Mint Kismet. I'll be posting about upcoming things happening, especially with Puppy and Labyrinth. Um, and I'm hoping to actually stream the part of the photo shoot next month on my Instagram. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to Arisu Market for hosting this wonderful panel. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of the
thank
content.
you.
Great. Thank you. And don't forget to check out Fake Star Shop. We have some new items up. So thank you so much for joining us. All right. Bye. Have a good night, Elle.
Bye. Good night.